President Joe Biden made an urgent call over weekend for United States to support wartime Ukraine and Israel, saying world is facing a turning point that could determine course of next generation. But on Capitol Hill, the prospects for such an aid package for the two countries look as bleak as ever. Senator John Kennedy, a Republican from Louisiana, said the national security package would remain stalled in Congress if the immigration dispute is not resolved, adding, "We may not have an additional supplement." Unlike other situations where Congress has tended to quickly approve desperately needed aid, lawmakers in both parties are now openly questioning whether an emergency package for Israel and Ukraine can be done. The House and Senate are bitterly divided over whether to continue supporting Ukraine. And the thorny issue of immigration policy has now been placed at the center of talks. Biden and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer want to keep funding for the two countries in one big package. It's a position opposed by the new Speaker, Mike Johnson, whose bill to fund only Israel with IRS cuts was swiftly rejected by Senate Democrats. Johnson continued to insist that any emergency package would include spending cuts to offset the price tag. A complex task and a rare demand by party leaders could disrupt urgently needed funding. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell and Johnson insist that the GOP's support for more Ukraine financing is tied to tightening immigration laws amid growing concerns about security at the Mexican border. But lawmakers acknowledge that finding an immigration deal that would satisfy House Republicans and not spark an all-out revolt on the left seems unlikely at best. I think it's a triple bank shot to do something we haven't done in 40 years to support Ukraine financing, said Sen. Chris Murphy, a Connecticut Democrat who is part of the immigration negotiating group. "I still think the odds of success are not high," Murphy said, adding that talks were ongoing but no, he wasn't sure a deal could be reached. A source familiar with the talks insists progress has been made and face-to-face talks on the Hill last week were productive, but Republicans have pushed for a border deal that Democrats say closely mirrors House Republicans' immigration bill, which includes restarting construction of former President Donald Trump's border wall and other policies rejected by most Senate Democrats. The White House's funding request in October included $13.6 billion in additional funding for border. That would allow the U.S. to hire an additional 1,300 Border Patrol agents and 1,600 asylum officers who could help speed up processing of migrants' asylum claims, but Republicans insist they need more than just border funding. They want wholesale policy changes, including revamping the way immigrants seek asylum in the United States. One idea being floated is to raise the credible fear standard for seeking asylum, making it harder for immig